Hello, my friends, and welcome to episode 73 of the Nourish and Strengthen podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about the one thing that is going to make it so that you reach your goals in 2025. And this is something that's probably not a part of your goal setting process right now that I want you to add in as you're thinking about your goals for next year. Okay. I know this is a busy time of year, guys. It's mid-December. So my goal is to make this one brief for you, but I've got some good info here, okay? So I'm a big fan of manifesting, goal setting, visualization, but sometimes these things can get a bad rap. And I think the reason why, books like The Secret or manifesting in general gets a lot of hate is because oftentimes these ideas are not linked to action. Okay. Oftentimes people think, oh, if you just sit around and think about your goals all day long or just imagine them coming true, they're not going to happen if you're not doing anything to move forward. And I totally agree. Okay. You have to be putting in the action in addition to the manifesting, the goal setting, the visualization. Positive thinking alone is not sufficient enough to reach your goals. Okay. So I'm going to share with you right now an evidence-based goal achievement strategy. Okay. I learned this from Casey Joe. She's a mindset coach, a fitness mindset coach. If you are not doing this, it's going to make or break reaching your goals. Okay. So this idea is the WOOP method, WOOP. And the WOOP stands for the W is wish or goal. The first O is outcome. Second O is obstacle. And the P is plan. So this is a 4-step method using a process called mental contrasting. Okay. So mental contrasting is the idea of balancing the positives and the negatives of a future outcome in order to increase your chances of commitment and then success, right? So let's break this down, all right? Step number 1, first W stands for wish. So you got to determine what you're working towards first, right? So this is your main desire, your main goal, your wish, what you're working towards. Now keep in mind, this should be something that will challenge you, but not something that is extremely unrealistic or impossible. I am all about setting stretch goals, shooting for the stars, that kind of thing, but make it something that your mind believes could happen, but it's going to be kind of hard. Okay, that's where I think the sweet spot is. Okay, so some examples, right? I wish to lose 30 pounds and fit into my size 6 jeans. That might be realistic, right? Maybe unrealistic might be losing 200 pounds in a year. That might be a bit unrealistic. So you do want it to be realistic, right? Maybe I wish to be confident enough to ask for a raise at work. Maybe I wish to live a healthy lifestyle where I can make confident decisions that are based on my best self. That's a little more abstract, right? So step number 2, this first O stands for outcome. So once you figure out your main wish or goal, you want to describe in detail the best possible outcome that could come from reaching this goal or your wish. Okay. And this is where journaling comes in, guys. Get super detailed, get emotional with it. Like, this is your chance to use some visualization and really write out what your life looks like at this goal. Okay. All the details, what you're wearing, how you feel when you get dressed, how you feel when you show up at work or as a parent, as a partner. Some examples. My jeans easily slide on and they fit perfectly. I feel so confident and empowered in anything I decide to wear. Do you see how those are very descriptive words? My jeans easily slide on. I feel empowered in anything I choose to wear. Okay. That paints a picture, right? Another one. I feel so empowered and finally feel confident that I live a life and make choices in alignment with who I want to be. Okay. I got a raise at work and I feel less stressed about money, live more confidently, and show up as a better wife and mom and in my career. So these are detailed, and you can journal about this for pages. What do you feel like when you wake up? How does it feel when you work out? What kind of food choices do you make when you are this person, when you have achieved this outcome? Okay. Step number 3, and here's where it gets a little different than typical goal setting. Step number 3, the second O stands for obstacles. This is reality check time. Okay. What obstacles are going to show up as you work towards that wish or goal? Okay. What things are going to keep you from being successful? When I talk to women on social media, I often will ask them about their struggles. Okay. What struggles are keeping you from reaching your goals? This is the time to project that into the future and say, what struggles might keep me from reaching my goals? Okay. Maybe they're internal, kind of like, oh, I feel like I feel like imposter syndrome. I don't feel like I should be able to achieve this goal. Maybe they're external, like a lack of support. It's going to be really hard because my husband really loves junk food and he wants me to buy all these foods that are hard for me to keep in the house. Maybe it is, I'm going to be tempted at night after the kids go to bed to indulge in ice cream or chips, right? Or cereal. Maybe it's, I'm going to be pressured by friends to, when we go out, to drinking or overeating. Maybe my busy work schedule is going to make it hard to stay consistent with the gym. So you're just future forecasting and seeing what could possibly come up that might be a struggle for you. And then step 4, the P, is planning. So we are going to create specific action plans around those obstacles so that when they do show up, because they will, when they do show up, you know exactly what you have decided to do in that situation. Okay, so you can use if-then planning to do this. So example, if I feel pressured by my friends to order dessert or drinks, then I'm going to grab an extra Diet Coke with a lime instead, or a soda water, or maybe that's something that you bring with you that feels like a treat, but it's not truly, right? Another example is at the end of a long day, if I want to grab for ice cream, then I'm going to make a yummy protein shake instead. So do you see you're seeing what struggles you may come up against, and you're deciding in advance a plan for those struggles. Okay, maybe another example might be the end of a work day, you're super hungry, you didn't plan your food well, you might feel tempted to overeat in the pantry. Instead, decide in advance you're going to leave the kitchen, take 2 big cups of water, maybe you're going to lay on your bed and take 10 deep breaths to kind of recenter yourself, and then go back in and make dinner for your family. So it's deciding in advance what you're going to do and then following through with that. All right. So positive thinking alone, guys, is not going to get you to your goal. You need to be realistic and make plans for when these inevitable obstacles do come up, because they will. Okay. So parting thoughts. I want you to think happy thoughts. I want you to manifest. I want you to visualize and put out there into the world what you want to achieve. But I also want you to make a plan for the hard times, because they will come. So please tell me you're going to add this to your goal setting practice for the year of 2025, because I know we're thinking about that right now. It's coming up so soon, which is so crazy. But let me know, guys. Reach out to me on social media. Let me know if you've done this and if it's helped you. All right, guys, I will see you next time.